You play with my emotions. Why do you play with my emotions? Hey, love games live. Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Love Games Live. I'm Chi and joined by my lovely co-hosts Kazia and Lulu tonight as usual. And it looks as though we are already about midway through season 2.
I can't believe that we're already halfway through the season, but that's what happens when you're having fun. Time flies.
Oh yeah, certainly not all of our characters have been having fun because I know the Chanda household has had their share of problems since season 1. And Auntie Agatha and Judge Boaz are to blame for that.
That's right. In season 1, we saw Judge Boaz leading a double life. He was actually splitting his time between two households. On the other hand, he had Aunt Agatha and Tasheni, and the other time was spent with Farida and baby Boaz. And we know what happened to Farida. Well, his time with her fizzled once he found out that baby Boaz wasn't his child.
Yeah, and he actually discovered this because of Auntie Agatha revealing that Tasheni is not his child either. Let's take a look at the latest revelations in their relationship.
Retroviral treatment.
Wow. Now we've added a whole nother level of complications because Auntie Agatha has just found ARVs and HIV medication in Judge Boaz's sock drawer. Man, all this time, I would have never guessed that Judge Boaz was HIV positive.
Yeah, I mean, true. That's a huge discovery. I mean, I certainly didn't even suspect a thing. Now, it actually makes me wonder how a married couple can go on functioning next to each other all these years without knowing anything about each other.
Yeah, I mean, two big problems here. The betrayal of Auntie Agatha's trust by Judge Boaz and keeping your HIV status as a secret from your spouse is not only dangerous, but very harmful to your relationship. And then two, Judge Boaz had other sexual partner like Farida who didn't even know about his HIV status. And the other thing was that he wasn't using condoms with Farida or else he wouldn't have been able to claim baby Boaz as his child.
I mean, very important thing to actually look at. I mean, let's take a look at the first issue, which is actually not disclosing your HIV status to your partner, especially when you are married.
Agreed, Chi. It's very difficult to plan for a healthy life together as a couple if you're unaware of each other's status. And it also becomes impossible for a person who's HIV positive to receive the support that they need from their family when their family is unaware of their status.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. We've talked about this before, the importance of the support that your friends and family can give you when it comes to how you actually access and adhere to treatment, and of course, how it can actually help you take the news and the lifestyle of being HIV positive.
I also think that keeping such a big secret as being HIV positive from your spouse doesn't create the right foundation for your relationship. As we've always said, the healthy foundation for a relationship is trust and good communication.
Right, and it doesn't seem as though Auntie Agatha and Judge Boaz have had any of this in their marriage for a very long time. I mean, that's why they've grown apart and seem to be living completely separate lives.
So beyond adding further complications to his marriage with his wife, let's have a look at the potential impact Judge Boaz's HIV status and keeping it a secret has on all his sexual partners.
Yeah, let's actually pull up Judge Boaz's sexual network. So we have Judge Boaz married to Auntie Agatha. Then we have Farida, who was his girlfriend in season 1. Farida has a child, baby Boaz. But in season 1, remember, she was also connected to Hamonga. Hamonga is then connected to his wife Tamara and their 3 daughters. Now he's also connected to Progress and their child. And lastly, there is Julius, who was connected to Tamara for some time, though they actually used condoms. That's 12 connections.
So let's trace who we know is HIV positive. Baby Boaz, Farida, Tamara, and now Judge Boaz. So because of this network, we can assume that Hamonga is also HIV positive. Knowing that 5 out of the 12 people in this network are HIV positive, there is a huge risk that even more people are infected and just don't know it yet.
I mean, it's very interesting to see every week how the sexual network is evolving and how HIV is actually spreading from one person to another simply because people are not using condoms. And when it comes to mothers, they don't know their sexual statuses, so they're unwillingly actually passing on the virus to their children.
So if this doesn't show you how important it is to know your status and use condoms, then I don't know what will.
Yeah, now it will be very interesting to see how our characters handle the news about Judge Boaz being HIV positive in the next couple of weeks. As for Auntie Agatha, well, I really do hope that she goes out and gets tested for HIV so that she knows how she can actually live a healthy life if she has been infected.
I also hope that Aunt Agatha brings this up with Judge Boaz. It's time for them to put all their secrets on the table and actually find a way to move forward in their relationship, find more ways for them to be happier and more fulfilled. I mean, it's just wrong for them, to find someone to grow old with who you don't love and can't even have a decent friendship with. I wouldn't want to do that.
I mean, very, very true, Kayzia, because we're all about promoting healthy and happy relationships, both mentally and physically. So it would be nice to see that, isn't it? All right, now, meanwhile, let's check in with our social media queen, Lulu.
Thanks, Chi. That surely is a recipe for disaster. I mean, a relationship filled with lack of honesty, secrecy, lack of faithfulness is definitely a recipe for disaster. I mean, Uncle Boaz and Auntie Agatha hardly know each other, even though they are married. People, this is definitely the opposite of what you want in a relationship. Okay, now we want you to be part of this discussion. Let us know what you feel Auntie Agatha and Uncle Boaz can do to fix their relationship. Talking about relationships, last week's love test question was focused on our stud husband, Chilufya. And the question was, why does Dr. Komba congratulate Chilufya for being a star patient? And the answer was B, because he is circumcised. All right, today's love test question is, what are the dangers of not knowing your HIV status? Is it A, you can infect others, B, you can't access HIV treatment, or C, all of the above? All you have to do is simply text the word SAFE, type the correct answer, A, B, or C, and send that to 7233. Remember, the 20th correct answer gets an awesome prize from Love Games. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lulu. Well, you guys are definitely picking up your phones and sending in those answers, which means it's time for us to say goodbye.
Thanks everyone for tuning in to Love Games Live with us. And I hope that you can take some time to think about your health and your relationship and make sure that both of them are as healthy as possible. So remember, love safely everyone, and see you next week.
Goodbye.
Love Games Live. Yeah.
We're always here for you. Don't you doubt our care is true, it's true. Say so long to the pain you've been going through. We'll always stick with you. We will always hear your voice. So well done for making the intelligent choice.
Zumtel, live life today.